now we're recording live. So for those of you who were here on time, hey, you got to get that extra bit of 5 minute information. So that's the bonus material for you for those that weren't able to make it live. But doing your part, you have full control over, but you don't always have control over other people. And that can be the most frustrating part. How many times have you said, man, sometimes I know I wanted more than the people on my team wanted for themselves. I want it more than they do. If they would only do this, if they would only do that. Here's the bad news. You have no control over what another person does. You have no control over what your team members do. You can drag a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink it. So, and at the end of the day, the most dependable hand will be the one at the end of your own wrist. So if you even entertain the thought that you want to make 4 figures a month and more, then you must understand that your business is completely 100% dependent on what you do, not your upline. A person who makes 4 figures a month and more is not dependent on getting emails from their upline. They're not dependent on being reminded when presentations are. They're not dependent on somebody telling them, where's the website? Where's the times? Where's my capture page? Someone making 4 figures a month and more in this industry, they are independent business owners. They take ownership of their business. They have their own calendar. They have their own chart. They have their own professional business folder with all of the information that they need. They know where to go to get information without having to call their upline sponsor. So if you are looking to make 4 figures a month and more, then that's something that you want to strive to be, a professional. And next week's training, we're going to talk about the difference between, no, we're not there yet. I don't need the mindset training yet. We're going to keep doing this. I want to harp this into everybody's head. But you must be a professional. You must know this information. So much so that you're the leader on your team, dispensing the information to your team and your organization. You got to think of it like this. Your team is from you down. I have never been dependent on my upline for the past 5 years. As a matter of fact, my upline has always gotten in my way. You are the CEO of your company. CEOs don't answer to anybody but the board of directors, and sometimes not even then. That's the mindset. Remember, this is part mindset training. This is the mindset you must have. Now, there is something you have control over. Doing your part. You have full control over this. So I want to make sure you understand, what does that mean, do your part? Well, number one, plug into the system. Plug into the system. So I just did this. I tested this out before you guys came on. I'm going to do some screen sharing here. So let's hope this brings up. It was just working 5 minutes before we started. All right, let me pull this up. Give me 1 second. Full screen. All right, you should be able to see my screen. If you can see my screen, type Y in the chat box. If you can see my screen. Fantastic. Well, let's talk about the doing your part. The first website that everybody goes to when they first get started is ceostraining.info. ceostraining.info. This website is our first hub. It allows us to be able to stay in communication with everybody on our team. If you ever want to know the schedule of events, they're right here below the chat box. Webinar, all the different time zones for all the different countries. What's going on every day of the week, Monday through Sunday. It also allows you to be on our mailing list. So we will send out email updates. I send one out every single day. Email updates so you know what's going on. Because technology is advancing, I'm already researching right now to go to the next level because I know people don't read emails to doing this through texting. So I'm going to be researching that and hopefully we'll be incorporating that sometime this year, the software. But I know that stuff costs a lot of money. And understand, as a leader, I pay for extra tools for my business. My business is not $34.95. I think at the height in my career, I was spending an extra $2,000 a month that went right back into my business. See, when you start to make money, you always got to have a budget set aside. You've got a certain percentage for tithing, certain percentage for savings, a percentage for paying your bills, a percentage for, and then another percentage for your business. You always got to put back into your business. So these websites aren't for free. I got to pay for this stuff. This webinar platform, I pay for. This website, I pay for. Here's another website you want to be familiar with. SherlockPresents.com. SherlockPresents.com. I'm going to update this in February because of the new announcements that's going to come at the end of this month. So I don't want to do too many changes now. But this is a generic website. Nobody can opt in anywhere. There's nobody's contact information. If you want to just share the business with somebody, know more about Sherlock, SherlockPresents.com. There's a 5-minute video right here that talks about Sherlock. Underneath that is a 90-second video about our Sherlock app. They look at that, oh, I want more information. Click here for more information. They click that link, it takes them to the next page. Mobile app features. So here's features on the mobile app. We have a Sherlock product overview by Sherry Tab that talks about a whole overview of the Sherlock from the products. We have a Sherlock app price scanner video. This is Fraser Brooks. And then we have a live mobile app demo video. So your prospect takes a look at those videos. They want to know more. Click here for step 3. What's the Shopping Sherlock compensation plan? So they click here to look at our Shopping Sherlock compensation plan. Almost a 4-minute video here. The power of 2. The mobile app comp plan. And if you want to see a full Sherlock presentation, click there. And here's the last. Did I update this one yet? I don't think so, but this is still good enough. This is a 36-minute video done by Alan Platt. So that's a very good video that you can also plug into and listen to. So SherlockPresents.com. The next website you want to be familiar with is PowerTeamSherlock.com. PowerTeamSherlock.com. Let me make sure I didn't lose you guys. All right. Are you guys still able to see my screen? I think you can. This is the first time I'm ever using screen sharing using this platform. So far, so good. All right. Oh, I need to update this header here. This is not something that you can go over in just one day. This is like your homework assignment. All right. We've got everything you need to know about Sherlock and building your business is all right here. I have a quick promo video right here that's going to welcome you to Power Team Marketing. I've got our culture of the culture of shopping Sherlock video right here. I'm going to be updating this picture where it says introducing you to the next giant web innovation. I'm going to have here, and I'll probably do that this weekend, where it's going to be a whole section showing those of you who have completed the power of 2. I want to give you recognition and highlight all of our members who have completed the power of 2. Another reason why that's important, because the power of 2 allows you to get paid on the $50 and the $10 cycles in the business. So now you're eligible to get paid on your entire downline, even spillover from your upline. So that's very important. So I'm going to have a whole section here for that to highlight those of you who have done so. But if you click on getting getting started first steps. But we've got some, and since I know people don't like to read, we do everything in videos. Getting started training video. Why is that so small? I might have to redo this video. Oh, I didn't do the video. That's Chuck Williams. That's right. Well, this is going to be done video. I already know that right now. Sherlock mobile app setup. How do you set up the mobile app? You got the video there. That was done by Global Raw Doctor. Desktop Sherlock. We've got setting up. This is set up your desktop. We've got set up your auto ship. We've got set up your Payoneer account. Schedule a grand opening. Very important. Maybe I'll do this training on this next Saturday, specifically on grand openings. Then we've got the feel, felt, found. This is very, very important. This is what I mastered. People say, how are you so good at recruiting? It's not that I'm good at recruiting. It's that I'm good at connecting with people. Because that's everything. People sign up with people, not businesses. And if you can connect with a person, no matter what their background is, they're going to be more open to hearing about your business. So I mastered this, and I heard about this 16 years ago, and it is the difference, major difference in my business as far as recruiting is gone. Become a professional. Remember I said I was going to do this training next week? Well, even though I'm not going to do it, we've got it recorded already. Become a professional in your business. Sherlock product overview. Sherry tab. Customer acquisition training. This is going to show you how to acquire Sherlock customers. Let's go back. So that's the whole getting started tab. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit later the PDF file download. These are just video formats of the download. Webinar schedule. Here's the second area of where we have our webinar schedule. I even have a video talking about it. It's a minute video. But here's our webinar schedule again. CEOs Unlimited has it, CEOstraining.info, and also on our Power Team Sherlock. Then we have, I may pull off for now the online advertising and online advertising. It's good information. It's just not that updated. So I'll leave it there for now. And I'm going to really update the offline. Yeah, I got to add Curtis Bernard's information up here. Yeah, I'm going to get with Curtis with that, get some of his information. Compensation plan. There's 9 ways that we get paid, and there's no way we can go over everything in detail in a normal presentation. So this is where you want to do your own homework, and we've got multiple videos going over the compensation plan, breaking down. Once you really understand this, I don't see why I wouldn't go all out. Just the power of how to get to $2,000 to $8,000 a month just by duplicating 2, getting 2, getting 2. The power of 4, which is what they're doing in Europe. They're not even doing the 2, they're doing 4. Then I've got personal development. This is my most favorite. You click on that link and it redirects you to, this was our old training page, but site. But the whole point is a personal development site. I've got so many videos, and I'm listening to personal development stuff every single day. There's not a day that goes by that I'm not reading something or I'm not listening to something. Got all the personal development videos. These are what I consider a lot of the important ones. But you can do more research on YouTube for personal development videos. Go back. Shopping Sherlock script. I don't know what to say, Brandon. What do I say? Follow the script. For those of you who don't like to read, here's a video. 5-minute video that goes over the whole script. Script for customers, scripts for becoming a distributor. We have a meeting archive. For those of you who make it to our live meetings and webinars, we record everything. So you got to do, look at all the trainings. This is a good training here. Sunday night welcome call with Michael Weeder. Mindset training. And we go all the way back. So if you just got started, and you want to hear trainings from all the way back from 2000, even 2013. They're all right here. Another important tool here is called the e-commerce news. E-commerce news. See, a lot of times you hear people say, I need to do my own research, right? Say, great, I've got a link that's going to help you do your own research. I have a video here talking about it. But all of these, this is probably the most comprehensive of articles written on e-commerce all in one place. And again, since people don't like to read, I've made a video on all of these. Moms depending on smartphones in the store. Portrait of a mobile customer. The e-commerce report. Cyber Monday's mobile moment. Alibaba's mobile commerce dominance secures 9.3 billion in one day. See, in the US, we broke records with over $2 billion in one day. China did 9.3 billion in one day. Mobile apps, mobile payments war, consumers are deciding factor. I didn't write these articles. These are already in the news. I just did a video on them. In fact, I have a couple of, just show you guys, here's some videos that I'm going to do tomorrow or maybe later tonight. Most Americans are one paycheck away from the street. One paycheck away from the street. About this, worldwide e-commerce sales to increase nearly 20% in 2014. Now, what have we been saying all last year? Trillion-dollar industry growing at 20% a year. We don't make that up. This is a fact. And now that we finished 2014, it just showed 20% in 2014. Here's another article I'm going to record a video on. Mobile payments are poised to explode this year thanks to mainstream adoption of Apple Pay and similar apps. January 8, 2015. Here's another one. Tune into a $170 billion market opportunity in 2015. Talking about e-commerce stuff. So these are videos that I'm going to make. I'm a professional, so I am constantly looking at articles written about our industry. That's why there's no way in the world I'm going to jump ship to something else. This is the fastest growing industry on the planet. Next is Shopping Sherlock promo videos. I need to update this. But if you ever want to show promo videos of Sherlock to people, just bring them here. Here's our 90-second mobile app video. Here's a Black Friday video I made. Here's a Sherlock Small Business is Coming video. Sherlock free membership. I mean, all the promo videos are all right here that you can use to market your business and show it off to people. So here is, what is this? Click here to get webinar and training updates. Didn't I already? Oh, that just redirects you to CEO's training site. I remember. So this is your one-stop shop for everything you need to know about Shopping Sherlock. Here's another site, teamofhope.com. This is Diamond Chuck Williams' website. I am on this site every day. A person asked, Brandon, you're not a part of Chuck's team. Why are you, looking at his information? Because he's a diamond. Obviously doing something right. So whatever it is he's doing, I'm going to duplicate it and plug into it. So if he's doing a training, I'm on his training. If he's doing a webinar, I'm on his webinar. I don't miss events. I get on as much as everything that I possibly can. So here's another useful tool for you to help to build your business. Oh, wow, I didn't even see you did this. Another source I highly recommend to grow your business is powerteamsherlock.com. Thanks, Chuck. But here's information that is very beneficial for your business. Get on Chuck's mailing list so that you can get his email updates as well. Getting started right. calendar of events, and all his blogs over the past 2-3 years. The next website that I highly recommend is SherlockGlobalAcademy.com. This is our friends over in the UK, Simon Brooks' team and organization with Fraser Brooks and that whole group. Sign up for free. If you want to have premium membership, it's a one-time cost of $99. One-time cost of $99. You're going to get your own capture page as well by having this. And they have a cool video, capture page video that they use for this site. But let me sign in. I want to show you something here. I keep logged in. So if you click on Getting Started, here's our Getting Started guide. You can download the guide now. This is I think this is going to be a game changer for building our culture. So when every new person that joins, you get them this guide in their hand, and it's going to show them step by step how to build their business. I want to show you, we also have it on our Facebook group that Rod Doctor uploaded. Let me pull that up so you can see. Here it is, Getting Started Guide. Click on Preview. And one of these Saturdays, I may do a training just on this guide. So part 1, account setup, how to prepare, set up your communication channels, create your list, telling your story, your action plan, preparing for success. I mean, this can't be this is no-brainer. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can say they don't have information on how to build their business. It just comes down to you actually executing your business. How to register for the Sherlock Global Academy, how to prepare, create your list. Even if you've been in the business for a year, go over this and act like you are starting over from scratch and do every single step. Success stories, learn the system. And someone says, Brandon, you already have a getting started training website with Power Team Sherlock. Why would you talk about this? Again, Simon is a diamond. He's made $1 million. Obviously, whatever system he has is working. So the best way to have success is to copy those who are already doing it. So we're just going to copy and use their system. Use the system. Follow it. This is step by step. See, my website is everything in video. Here's everything that's in written that you can print out, carry with you, and walk around and always have on your hand. Preparing for success. All this information is fantastic. So that's the other website. Let's see, what website am I missing? There is another capture page that is not free. Here's what mine looks like. Don't Google it, SherlockIt.com. This was put together by Rod Doctor and David. And you guys understand, David Ratliff, they put a lot of time and effort into this, and I was just informed that I think the website, they're going to be upgrading it, moving it to Alpha Tools Rock. But I get a lot of my leads from here, from this website here. So somebody watches the video, they watch it for a couple of seconds, and this phone here is going to change where they're going to be able to opt in to your information. It's got a scrolling tag here, Macy's, Kohl's, Priceline, Best Buy, just to kind of show off the stores and the businesses that we're in business with. It's got your picture, your telephone number. They can contact you through email, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. So once they put their contact information in here, it takes them to another opt-in page. I think, if I remember that, Inside, yeah, save inside. So it looks like this on the inside. So pull up. Step 1, watch this video. Step 2, so they can sign up. So here's what happens if somebody says, click here to register. It goes directly to my invitation.shopingsherlock.com page with my ID code. See how cool that is? Let's say shopping more, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what it takes? So this is a cool tool for you to use to build your business. So let me go back. I'll go out of that. What also is free, and again, this was, if you go to liveonedream.teamaction.info, that's mine. It's just teamaction.info. Let me put that in there. Teamaction.info. So you go to teamaction.info. Get yourself set up. Also, let's make sure you guys are still with me. All right, you guys can still see my screen? Type 1 in the chat box. Good day, you're still with me here. All right. Also be familiar with invitation.shoppingsherlock.com/your ID number. A lot of you ask, how did I create, like you may see me on Facebook and I post this picture. Well, I use a program called Jing, and you see it here up in the on my side. It's just Jing. You can download it for free, and all I do is I can screen capture my whole screen here. So if you want to have the same thing as here that I do, you can do print screen or however you capture your screen, whatever programs you use. But you should go to invitation.shoppingsherlock.com/your ID number. The corporate capture page that you're given is myshoppingsherlock.com/your ID number. This is going to go through an overhaul. We're going to be having something called the Sherlock University, and we're going to have a whole marketing system that the company's going to be putting together. That's some announcements. I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not yet, but you're going to hear that announcement on the 24th at the London convention. So, but this is the capture page that you have right now that's for free. myshoppingsherlock.com/65280. Let's see, am I missing any other websites? I don't think so. So let me stop sharing the screen. Let's go back in sharing. All right, so that's plugging into the system. Showing up, 80% of the work. Plugging in, that is 80% of the work. Step 2, sign up to, well, why is that keep going on? Sign up to, hey, bring this back up. All right, I see a glitch is happening on my screen every time I try to do something. Sign up 2 new people and get promoted to star affiliates. That's your first and only goal. I must get my 2 people ASAP. We're going to have a star affiliate machine factory going on. You want this happening your first week in the business. 2 getting 2 getting 2. We'll talk about that more in a moment. And acquire 200 Sherlock invites. 200 Sherlock invites. I would advise you first do it by text. Pull out the Sherlock app on your phone and invite 200 people in your phone book. Invite all of them for that matter, but at least 200 invites. Because numbers, here's the numbers. If you don't follow up with anybody, only 10% will actually download the app. But 10% that download the app, that's 20 downloads. If those 20 downloads are actively using it, that's over $40 a month in usage income. Your usage income is paying for your monthly membership. You guys understand that? Over 40 bucks a month coming in, $34.95. Your usage income is paying for it, but you've got to do the work. 200 Sherlock invites. Let's talk about the power of 2. How to earn $2,000 to $8,000 a month. whether you do this on the 2-month plan or the 8-month plan. Okay, let's start the 2-month plan. Every week, every new person is focusing on enrolling their 2. So if you're in the business right now and you don't have your 2, starting now in 2015, you're going to get your 2 all over again. I'm sorry, you're going to get your first 2. Knock it out of the way. If you already have 2, guess what? You're going to get 2 brand new people because chances are the 2 you already have aren't doing anything. So you need to have a new fresh start, a new team. So you want them to enroll their first 2. Let's see, we've got like 25 people on our webinar on this training right now. If we just had these 25, I want to show you how this would work. Everybody that's on the training right now got 2 people this week. We just added an extra 50 people to the team. Okay? But the following week, those 50 get 2 each. We now have 100 people on our team in 2 weeks. 100 brand new people. Those 100 get their 2 in the 4th week. That's 200 brand new people on the team. Those 200, their first week, get 2 each. That's 400. You see the pattern here? 2, that's 800. That do 2, that's 1,600. That do 2, that's 3,200. That do 2, that's 6,400. So when I say I want to have Power Team Marketing to have 5,000 new members by June 1st, if everybody is duplicating 2, getting 2, we're going to have that before June 1st if they're doing it on a weekly basis. Numbers are perfect, people are not. Just showing you guys an example of how these numbers start to explode exponential growth. But if you're doing 2, getting 2, getting 2, by the end of your 8th week, you would have added 256 people. That's 64 cycles. 64 times 50. About that. Do the math. What is 64 times 50? $3,200. But you're only a star affiliate. Star affiliates cap out at $2,000 a week. If you want to be a power, you need to do 4 by yourself. But if you just did 2, at least you're at $2,000 a week now. And as continuing to grow, starting with 256 people that week. I wish we had this type of comp plan when I first got started in ACN back in 1998. We would have gone crazy with this. This is the most lucrative comp plan of any company that I've seen. I'm not talking about bonus money, because there are companies out there that are heavy on the front end with bonus money and there's nothing on the back end. This is what I'm talking about on a weekly basis of just 2, getting 2, getting 2. So, well, Brent, what if the recruiting stops? Does my money stop? No. All these individuals are paying $34.95, which means you're now getting the $10 cycle. And that builds on itself every single week. Now, I've already went over this, the steps of recruiting. I showed you where to go to get that information. But that's it for the training tonight. Why am I keeping it short? Because we have work to do. What good is training, and nobody's taking any action? First action is take advantage of the next presentation, which will be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time with Chuck Williams. You want to have 5 to 10 guests on that presentation. That's how you're going to get your 2 this week. Have guests on that presentation tomorrow. I'm going into beast mode starting immediately. I'm going to hit the ground on Monday, where I want to start a brand new organization to go from 0 to 5,000 on top of what we already have. Brand new people. You can't pull and drag the dead. Got to work with those that are willing. So we're going to take advantage of all of our presentations. And I'll say this to everybody, those of you who have heard about our accountability call, you may not be a part of it and you want to be a part of it, send me a message. We're having a special accountability call 2 weeks from today. It's not happening next week because I have a event here in Los Angeles with Michael Weeder. So if you know anybody in the LA area, you definitely want to plug them into that event. It's going to be from 2 to 4 Pacific time. And I need to check. I think that area has Wi-Fi. If it does, I will be streaming it live, but don't rely on it. But if it is, I'll stream it live right here on the liveonedream.info so that you can hear what's going on. You can hear Michael Weeder. I have a feeling Michael Weeder may share some things that he will be sharing on the 24th in London. So those of you that are at that event are going to hear some good new information. So with that, I'm always going to end with the most powerful video, one of the videos I've ever made, called Focus on the Goal and Not the Task. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. God bless. Have a fantastic week coming up. Let's put our heads down and start to produce. We've had a slow first 10 days. I want to reverse that, end this month out strong. God bless and good night.